Alright. Oh, what up, y'all? We're gonna play some. Oh, yeah, I'm on the DLC mod right now. That's why verses and stuff. And all this. But, not that. We're gonna play some My Zombie Endless. I already had a game, but we're not gonna do that. Let me. I forgot. Yeah, these noises. Okay. I wanted to talk about some things regarding. Wait, that is way too loud. I need to turn it down. Talk about some things regarding deltarune. Importantly, I want to talk about some theories that I have opinions on. One of them is the Chris is the Night theory. I don't really see like how people are coming to the conclusion that Chris is the Night, other than we see them open the Chapter 3 Dark Fountain. There's not a lot of evidence to prove it, and while there's not a lot of evidence to disprove it either, it just doesn't seem all too plausible to me. Because, like, the problems I have with this theory is just, I guess the way everyone is, like, trying to say why it is, because they were the one that made the Chapter 3 fountain. But I think we're forgetting that Birdley almost made a Dark Fountain in Chapter 2, which I guess that just means any Lightner can make a Dark Fountain. So Chris opening the Chapter 3 fountain doesn't technically mean that they're the Knight, but I don't know. I also saw another take on it, or I guess just on the whole Knight thing, that actually no, I made this. I kind of forgot. So I listened to a theory and then I came up with my own opinion. The Roaring Knight is just a title. Like, there's not just one Knight. There's probably multiple. Now that I'm saying it, it doesn't seem as plausible as just the one Roaring Knight, but it made sense in my head at the time that there was the Roaring Knight, and then like a few like lesser than just knights. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one now. Not gonna lie. But yeah. Another theory that I saw that I want to talk about is Friend Inside Me. Now, I know that a lot of people stand for this theory. Me personally, I do too. I really like the theory. It sounds far-fetched. Actually, technically, it's not called Friend Inside Me. It's called Woody Theory. Whatever. It sounds kind of far-fetched, but then when you look into the evidence to it, when you look into all of that, you really start to see how it can be true. Me personally, I think it's true. I really want it to be true, but I've seen so much more like evidence for other things, like in the new Spampton sweepstakes stuff, the two things, the /rammed/romb, that is a really good prediction for the secret bosses. Read-only memory and random access memory, I think, is that what they stand for? And another thing I've seen, this was older. I remember seeing what is it called? Pedally? Whatever, the flowy, like, cowboy, um, fan thing. I remember seeing that, and I really like that idea of the wilting flowers in the trash can to be the secret boss. Speaking on the wilting flowers, fan game just recently came out. Oh, what is it called? I have it. It's like Wilter's Funhouse or something. Oh no, but I like the idea of that as well, and how that fan game really like parallels. I guess not parallels, references Undertale in a lot of things with the one. Sorry, my cat's going like crazy right now. With the one leaf puzzle in there, and like the buttons and stuff like that. In the chase scene, kind of mirrors the Undyne chase scene. Yeah, but and then another thing that kind of speaking on that, what soul mode we're gonna do. Now I've seen we're gonna do it reverse order of what we played in Undertale, which would make it the purple soul, or reverse order of when we get their items, which would be the green soul. And then the one Mike fan game, the blue soul, which I also like that idea a little bit. But I really want it to be the green soul, and it kind of makes sense with the whole Shadow Mantle thing. Chum said it would be impossible to beat the boss without the Shadow Mantle. So I'm kind of thinking that. Okay. Wait. Oh, I'm kind of thinking that. And I also like the purple soul idea. While I don't like it as much as the green soul, it's still really just we could still have a lot of, like, it could be good. It could be really good for the gameplay. It would have some really interesting gameplay, to be honest, depending on what they do with it. But what's something else I want to talk about? I also want to talk about what the I might be dumb. Just give me a chance to do this though before it activates again. Another thing I want to talk about is where Chapter 4 is gonna, what Dark Fountain that's gonna be. I think it's pretty much confirmed to be the church at this point. But I really still just want to think that it's that it could be something else, like Icy's or the Holiday House. But I think that's gonna be later. I think Icy's definitely is a contender for one of the later Dark Fountains, just because of all the plot relevance it has right now. The Holiday House could also be a good contender for a later one. There's so many places that could be soul modes and stuff. Or soul modes, what the hell am I talking about? That could be Dark Fountains. Like the Asgore's flower thingy. Those doors right there. The cellar, obviously. I think that's going to be Chapter 7, no doubt. That is going to be a Dark Fountain at some point. What else could be a Dark Fountain? I guess we could go to Susie's house, but I don't think that's going to be Dark Fountain. I think that's just going to be hometown story, stuff like that. I'm trying to think what would be good for that. I don't know. Another thing I want to talk about is Like, just how... I just want to say how crazy it is that we're finally getting deltarune tomorrow. Deltarune tomorrow. It's just... It's still so crazy to me that this game that we've been waiting for years, literally, almost 4 years, is a day away. Like, I just can't wrap my head around it. It's just so crazy. We're getting it this, like, fast, you know? It's just... I just can't believe it. I'm definitely going to record a blind playthrough of at least chapter 3, because I don't know, I might see spoilers for chapter 4 on accident before I play it, because I'm not going to play them back to back. As much as I love Deltarune, I would not be able to stomach that much of it in one sitting, especially. Like, it's just... Especially from what we've seen from chapter 4, where it's going to be mostly hometown. I never really liked hometown. I never really explored there that much. After I finished the main part of the Dark Fountain, I never really played or explored much after that. So, like, I'm kind of indifferent about it, but I don't know. It just... I don't know. Anyways, I'm definitely gonna record and post. Maybe not a full playthrough, depending on how long it is. But I'm definitely going to post a blind playthrough of chapter 3, of just normal pacifist, and then snow or weird route technically. You know, I call it Snowgrave, but weird route. I'm definitely gonna post that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Just Deltarune before it comes out. My prediction. Okay, I'm gonna say my predictions. Chapter 3, Tenna is gonna be the main boss, obviously. We've seen that from... Maybe not. Okay, this just popped into my head. So, you know, if y'all haven't seen, there's this picture that was posted on the Switch stuff, I'm pretty sure, of a shot from the game with the borders on, and that design of Tenna looks very different to the one that we see in the trailer, with the static TV with the smile. They look very different. Now, either the border Tenna is just like, that's just like a old design, like what we saw with Spamton on with the poster and stuff. It could either be like that, or that could be actual Tenna, and then the static like face that we see could be an entirely different character. Maybe that could be Mike. But then again, doesn't make much sense for there to be 2 TV heads, considering there's only 1 TV in the house, I think. I don't know. Maybe that TV, the static one, could be like one, like, put in a closet, forgotten, because it does look like an older TV as well. Maybe it could be something like that, old forgotten TV. Like the theming for the secret bosses, old forgotten stuff, unused, discarded. You know, that's actually kind of solid now that I'm thinking about it. Wow. I can't believe I just came up with that off the top of my head. So everyone's so focused on the wilting flowers, cowboy stuff. Well, I do like Woody theory. I think I don't know at this point. Like it's kind of unpredictable. And I've seen people say that the weather duo are the secret bosses because of the. I think there's. I think it was another thing in the new Spampton sweepstakes stuff. There was a line that said "You can't defeat us" or something, and people are putting that towards the weather duo. And saying, "Oh, they're the secret bosses." And if those are the secret bosses, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be a little disappointed, just because of how early we got to see them. I forgot I was playing right here, not gonna lie. But just because of how early we saw them, I don't think Toby would do that, in my opinion. I don't think he would tease something that important, that lore relevant, that early into development, because that came out like 2 years. Like, I'm talking about the original image. That came out like 2 years ago or something, when sweepstakes was like actually like first came out. I don't think Toby would do that, in my opinion. I don't think he would do that. But it could either be what I just said. It could be Woody. It could be the flowers. Like, but also chess theory. I really hope that turns out to be true, because that would be cool. But I don't know. I guess it would make more sense for it to be, because I mean, king and queen, it's not just chess. Like, they're very, in the night too, they're very common medieval terms that are used within media and stuff. So I definitely think that, like, chess theory is kind of likely, considering the order we've gone through right now. Even though it's only 2 chapters. Like, okay, yeah, it's only been 2 chapters. We never know. But yeah. Main boss gonna be Tenna. Secret boss, I don't even know. Snowgrave, probably not going to be like an actual thing we can do, but it's probably going to change the story of the chapter. It's definitely going to have some effect on the chapter, but I don't think we're going to be able to do it, just because I don't know how we would get Noelle into that dark world, because it's in our house, and it's like the middle of the night. I don't think, I mean, hell, she'd be traumatized as hell. She could be up that time. She could see the dark fountain open. She could go to it for some reason. Snowgrave could happen, but it's very unlikely. Yeah, I think that's all I have for Deltarune predictions, theories. I am a huge Deltarune fanboy. I'm so into Deltarune. I'm so excited for this game to finally come out after all this time. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say regarding Deltarune, regarding everything. Yeah, see y'all, I guess tomorrow. Yeah, see y'all tomorrow.